not a trucking channel, and I am not a trucker. Hello, this is not a trucking channel, and this is not about Republicans. It is about communists. I'm gonna talk fast because I only have 10 minutes and 38 seconds because I'm running out of memory, I guess, or whatever. I'm in Fairfield rest area. I spent like the whole night in traffic dealing with the George Washington Bridge and the Bronx and all that nonsense. They got me going down into central Jersey and back up into central Connecticut like 4 times or something. So I'll be going around NYC for the rest of these trips I gotta do. But anyways, quick video, regular length video, whatever. Not about Republicans, it's about communists. What do Republicans have to do with communists? Well, a lot of things got a lot of things to do with communists because communists, you know, they're out there and they're coming in here. And I'm going to bother some people talking. What's the deal with Republicans? First off, this is a freedom-oriented anarchist channel, so I'm not going to tell you that Republicans are so great. First off, I'm still angry with the Republicans for, one, their response to 9/11, and two, obliterating Iraq as a response to 9/11, and three, growing opium in Afghanistan as a response to 9/11. So it's not like Republicans are not evil. They're totally evil because they're a political party and politicians are evil. And this is a freedom channel. Oh, I got to do my post-trip inspection over here. This is an anarchist channel. It's a freedom-oriented channel. I'm not going to tell you that Republicans are good, but I will tell you is they're a gang. There's another gang that we can talk about in another video. And where I think the purpose of politics is to get away from the communists. And the nice thing about the United States is we are separate from the communists. The United States is the first world, and the communists is the second world, and the third world is everything else. People forget that. And it's nice to be in the first world. You got the second world over there coming on over into here. Why are the Republicans cool? Well, they're not. They're anti-cannabis, which sucks because cannabis is awesome, except if you're a truck driver, in which case you can't go near it. But that's here nor there. Two, the Republicans are big on Christianity, which is another gang, which is chill if you're into being in gangs. But that gang serves the same purpose as this gang, keeping us away from the communists. And the communists over there, keeping us over here. So, as a deterrent to communism, these things serve a purpose, although they are obviously in the way of true freedom. And if you participate in these things, you're obviously complicit on some level. But, you know, I'm a taxpayer and I vote Republican just because there's a bug in here. Just because the Democrats are such a problem, which, you know, that's another video. I don't know what I'm supposed to speak in Pig Latin about. I'm not supposed to speak in Pig Latin about. Man, I did talk fast. That was about all I had to say. What is there to say about the Republicans? It's not good. We're not supposed to be. See, I got a microphone and a stand so we can look out my window. I think that's everything I had to say. But just give me a second, because I'm sure there's more. So they're anti-abortion, which is cool, because abortion is human sacrifice. You know, you think it's not, and it's also eugenics. Don't want to be doing human sacrifice or eugenics, and the Republicans are against that, so that's another, you know, thing in their favor. And they got all the good policies lately, you know, because we're just trying to, I mean, the optimistic outlook on this is, yeah, it's a gang, but it's also more rational than the other gang at this point in time. Maybe when they were obliterating Iraq and growing opium in Afghanistan, they were less rational, but you know, things change. And like, I'm an anarchist. What am I doing talking about Republicans? It's like, well, you know, I got to live here. This is where I live, and this is what people do. And am I going to be in defiance of it? It's like, I don't know. It's nuanced, dude. You got to be able to have a nuanced perspective on things. And my wife is an immigrant, and the Republicans are working on getting rid of the illegal immigrants and having an immigrant wife. We had to go through a lot of red tape, jump through a lot of hoops, pay a lot of money, and waste a lot of our lives to do the immigration process the correct way. So it's very insulting to just have illegal immigrants coming over here. Dude, if the immigrant is illegal, get rid of them. Seriously. But on the other hand, get rid of all the borders, get rid of all the countries. It's just getting in the way of, you know, one human family and our, you know, the great enlightenment of the great work that has to happen. Sure. But in the meanwhile, dude, it took 2 years to get my wife here from the Philippines. And it cost thousands and thousands of dollars. And there was so many problems along the way, constantly with doctors and with different agencies and the bureaucracy of it and things. And we did all that, and people are just walking over here. And then supposedly, you know, they're getting babied when they get over here. Someone lays out a red carpet and they usher them into a limousine and they take them to a luxury hotel and pay for their food and lodging or something like that. I don't know exactly. But bottom line is they're illegal. So that's another cool thing about Republicans. They got it going on. You know, I'm not going to sit here and bash Republicans. Yeah, they're the system, but there's a James Michener book, and in the book, there's a character who is a preacher. He says, what was it? I think it was Centennial? Maybe it might have been Alaska. Anyways, the preacher in the book says, when the Republicans are in power, the blessings of heaven shine down upon us. And when the Democrats are in power, the demons of hell rise up out of the earth. And that has proven to be true, at least in the last decade or whatever. But at the same rate, it seemed more like when the Republicans were in power, the Democrats were summoning the demons of the earth. And now that the Democrats are in power, they're like preoccupied doing other things. But whatever, and we're there. So, you know, and the religious right ended slavery back in the day. You know, it was the leftists who were Confederates. And the religious right ended slavery around the whole planet. And then they get mad at us. Oh, you're whitey. Kill whitey. Whoa, kill all the white men. But we ended slavery as much as possible. Then there's the whole thing about that was overt slavery. And then there's the whole thing about covert slavery where we're all enslaved by, you know, steering wheels or whatever your job is. We're enslaved by the financial system. That's the whole other thing. I'm not smart enough to talk about the financial system, but I'll try eventually. So, but it all boils down to, like, yeah, I'd like to be an anarchist and be against the Republicans and the Democrats, but there's something else out there, and they're called communists. And even if you did tear down our system, you would create a power vacuum, and the communists would just fill the power vacuum. That's what they do. That's what they do whenever there's a war-torn area. That's why they're undermining our civilization so that they can rule over the ruins. They're out there, dude. We fought 2 wars against them. 3, 4, 5. We fought a lot of wars. The Cold War, China, Korea, you know, Vietnam, all these. We fought these people. I gotta go. I'm out of time. Love you. Deuces.